In this video, Indonesian celebrity Clara performs sensual dance moves in front of a mirror, with soft lighting and a simple private space as the backdrop. She appears confident in expressing her body through movement, but consistently chooses not to show her face. Her dance style contains elements of modern dance with a distinctive personal touch, suggesting that she understands how to use her body as a medium for visual expression. Clara is a celebrity figure who occupies a unique space in the Indonesian social media landscape. In her videos, she chooses to dance sensually in front of a mirror, showing off her curves but hiding her face. This visual choice is not just an aesthetic style. She creates a mysterious, sensual persona, but still maintains the boundaries of personal identity. This raises an interesting question. Is Clara freeing herself from the demands of public existence that are usually attached to digital celebrities, or is she actually strengthening the trend of visualizing the body as the main commodity in viral culture? The consistent absence of her face can be interpreted as a form of self-protection or branding strategy. In a world that prioritizes the face as identity and representation of the ego, Clara actually removes the face from her visual narrative. She shifts the audience's attention solely to the body, to the movement, to the form, and to non-verbal expressions. This can be seen as a form of subversion of the influencer norm, which usually emphasizes facial expressions and fake smiles. But is that liberating enough? The other side of this criticism comes from the perspective of media ethics and awareness. When a creator chooses to highlight the sensuality of the body in a repetitive form with minimal narrative context or message value, the potential for objectification increases drastically. Clara can indeed be considered an active subject who controls how she is represented. However, social media audiences, who tend to be instant and shallow in reading, do not always process it that way. Is Clara aware that her content can also be consumed in a way that makes it merely a seductive visual, regardless of its original intention? Furthermore, videos like this reflect how social media algorithms create a space that encourages the visual exploitation of women's bodies. Engagement, likes, and virality are often easier to obtain from sensual content than from educational or narrative content. In this condition, Clara may only be playing smart within the established system. However, without efforts to expand the discourse or introduce other forms of expression in her work, she still risks being trapped in a one-dimensional image, women as visual objects, not full narrators. However, it should also be acknowledged that Clara is not without agency. She chooses to appear faceless, chooses a private space, and chooses a mirror as her main medium. The mirror is not just a tool to see oneself, but a symbol of reflection. Maybe Clara is inviting us to ask again, who is actually being seen? Her, or ourselves, who are being hypnotized by the ever-growing visual culture?